Come in and welcome to the third installment of The Night Gordon. We are delighted that you have taken the time to join us once more. Since the 1930s, this show has been traveling through space and time. Tonight's episode of The Night Gordon is entitled Rescue Mission. And although we're almost a century late, it looks like we're arriving a little early to The Night Gordon with Samuel Gordon.
Who would have thought that a bomb would cause so much damage?
Well, I was talking to the soundman, and he said that the rubble is still interfering with the equipment, so we will have to run the sound cables across the floor by the door for now, sir.
Yeah. Wait, why is the soundman talking to you, Blennermore? He should be addressing everything towards me.
Yeah, well, you see, the sound, the wiring, the lighting, it's all still totally shot. It's going to take days, at least, to fix that. Mr. Blennermore, where do you want the light?
Blennermore, where do you want the light? You might want to start redirecting the questions in this direction. To me.
Yeah, well, listen now, you see, Blennermore has been helping us out all week. In fact, he's been instrumental in having the place up and running again.
Well, the last time I checked, the show was called The Night Gordon, not the Blennermore Gordon. It's my Night Gordon, and I'll tell you where the lights go. And why is there a tyre here?
Oh, I can explain that. See, my car fell apart on the way to work this evening. That's all that's left of it. I'm not rightly sure, but having to drive 399 people home last week might have played a part, sir.
I ask you to drive a few hundred people home after the show, and you have to make a big song and dance about it. Let it go, for heaven's sake.
Well, you did ask about the tyre, sir.
On to more pressing matters. The angle of the lights. I definitely moved them back for one thing. Look, I don't want to be...
Sir, mind the...
Blinded! Ah!
Sir, I told you to be careful of the sound cables at the door.
You most certainly did not. What do you think happened, Blennermore?
You were looking at the lights, sir, and you tripped over the sound cables, out the door and down the stairs. Are your knees okay? Oh, you look all buckled and bent and twisted, sir.
See, that's exactly what didn't happen. I did not trip over sound cables, simply because of the fact that I don't trip. What I fell over were obviously trip cables. Someone's after setting a trap for me.
Who would do such a thing, sir?
I have my suspicions. But before we get into that, let's get into this. The show. Hello, folks, and welcome to me once again and my show. This is The Night Gordon with Samuel Gordon, and I'm that Samuel Gordon, Samuel Gordon. Tonight we have very important matters to attend to, those of a personal nature, which I feel obligated to broadcast across the airwaves. You may have remembered last week we ran a quiz. One of the contestants was not my nephew, and he proceeded to jump out the window when he lost the quiz.
Well, the bomb exploding might have played a part too, sir.
Stop negating my point. Now, this contestant, who we're not supposed to name for legal reasons, but we'll just call him Peter Tights, as that's his name, is pressing charges. I mean, where does he get off, Blennermore?
Out the window, sir?
I mean, the nerve. Granted an opportunity to take part in the quiz, picked out of 400, I might add, and that's how he repays us. This week, we were greeted with a solicitor's letter on behalf of said Tights, which I'm not supposed to read out for legal reasons, but I really want to. Here we go. Dear Sir, Madam. Well, first off, he clearly knows I'm a man. When I took part in your quiz last week, I was delighted to be part of the show. Right, so what's he on about so? However, things quickly turned sour. Yeah, He went, sir, because he was losing. When I take part in radio quiz shows, I do not expect to be blown out windows. I also did not expect a live bomb to be in the studio. You have neglected the very basics of health and safety and put your contestants at risk of serious danger. I cannot believe that you are still on the radio, but you will not be for much longer. I have suffered stress, physical injury, and loss of work because of you, and I will not rest until your show ends for good. Sincerely. I can't even say his name after that. There's being a sore loser, and then there's Tights getting his knickers in a twist. We all know who you are, Peter. Someone who loses a quiz, jumps out the window, claims hurt, and blames a poor innocent bomb.
What are we going to do, Mr. Gordon? Are we done for?
Not quite. Our very first guest is a solicitor and politician. They call him the guru of the game. A very good friend of yours and ours, but more ours than yours. It's Larry McCabe. Hi, Larry.
My old college buddy, Sammy G.
Here's the offending letter. Come over here and we'll nail Tights. Mind it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It's falling, sir.
Whoa, whoa!
This fall isn't really following any particular...
Whoa!
The cables. Help him, Lenamore.
This fall isn't really following any particular trajectory, sir. It's the strangest fall I've ever seen.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What do we do?
Whoa!
Sir, what...
I'm holding up the table so it doesn't refall on his cartilage. Do something, Lenamore. I've only got 2 pairs of hands.
I've removed the live electrics from him. I've got fairly badly electrocuted myself, sir. I think it's recurring, sir.
It's always about you, isn't it, Lenamore? While my friend lies prostrate on the floor, through the desk, over the speakers, under the cables, and with his head stuck in a tire. How are you feeling, Larry?
Not too bad. My legs have no feeling, which is probably a positive, I suppose. Positive, yes, yes. My shoulders do have feeling, which is definitely a bad thing. My back is killing my shoulders. But wait, my vision is beginning to come back, though. Ah, yes, I can see grey.
Great. Here, have a suck of your pipe. It might help you.
I didn't say great, I said grey. Oh, yes, that's very good. Ah, yes. Oh, my vision. I'm blind again. But wait. I'm seeing clearly in my mind's eye. Oh, yeah. Oh, my mind's eye. Oh no. My mind's eye is blind now.
Never mind the eyes for now. How is your body feeling?
Oh, my body. Oh, yes. It's only absolutely terrible when I breathe.
I'm the doctor now, sir.
Good Lord, man, are you okay? Can you hear me?
Me? I'm fine. Never been better.
It's not him. Here's the man you should be helping. Larry McCabe. I told him to try and move around a bit, so to make sure he could move around a bit, and I gave him loads of his pipe.
Oh, my pipe.
What on earth do you think you're doing? Get away from him!
Fine then, if that's the way you want it. I didn't see you here when it happened. Here's another doctor, a proper one this time. He'll sort this out.
Oh, thank
Good God, man. Can you hear me? Absolutely fine. I am.
Don't pay any attention to Blennermore. It's Lowry you need to be helping.
Wheel stuck into the head. Wow.
That's correct, Dr. Smith. Other injuries too. Back trauma, leg failure, shoulder give. Hold that. No, hold him by the moustache.
Yes, they're still working there. On him. 2 doctors. Do you want me to hold his fringe?
Get back! This is very precarious.
So, folks, Vance, get yourself and Ray Husky over here. We're dying here with dead air. I want you to commentate.
Commentate on what, sir?
The doctors commentate on what they're doing. Keep the thing going, for heaven's sake.
You join us live here in the studio as a head stuck in a wheel event is taking place. The stuckey being none other than solicitor and politician Lowry McCabe. The wheel being the wheel.
Yes, that's correct, Vance. And Larry does appear to be getting quite bitey.
They've already twisted and rotated his head and wound his shoulders like a clock. They even covered him in lard, but it's done no good at all.
This has got to be the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Oh, he may well struggle a little bit now, as here comes the sedation. How on earth did he get his head stuck in a wheel anyway?
He must have seen some food on the far side and went through rather than around it.
And now we have a third doctor entering the fray. We definitely didn't see that coming. And now what? Are they going to attack this? Or how are they going to attack this even? Will they try to pipe again? No, they're going traditional with the medication.
The pipe tactic can never be more than a temporary fix only. And here comes the sedation, Vance.
Oh, they're bending down now to pick him up. Have they bent down too far is the question. Oh, this could go very wrong or very right. Oh, Dr. Calvin's back is gone. It is gone. There's no two ways about it. The knee bend was way off. Oh, let's see that again.
Look at the angle there. I don't know what he was thinking. You can't afford to do that. His head's gone, Vance. The boy's head is gone.
Oh, and speaking of heads, they're now trying to encase Larry's head in paper to make a smooth route back through the wheel. His ears need to be tucked forward, surely, don't they?
I don't think so. I think they need to go back, if anything.
Oh, he's out.
Push.
He's out. Oh, they've done it somehow, even though his cheeks are all swollen up like a puffer fish. Oh, let's see if we can get a quick word of Mr. McCabe. Vance Conrad, the Night Garden, how are you feeling?
Well, my bubbles are asleep, surely. Yes, indeed. I'll have 2 puffin's eggs and a jar of jam, please.
Leave him be for now. He's slipping in and out of sanity.
Oh, sanity. Wait a second. You'll pay for this, Samuel. I'll sue you for everything you're worth. You hear me? Your time is numbered. Your time is up. Do you hear me? Numbered.
I'm sure that's just the medication and trauma talking. He'd never do that. We're friends since college.
I can hear my feet in the wind.
Of course you're right, sir. Yes, sir, you are right. He doesn't know what he's saying.
The doctor said he was slipping in and out of sanity. He's probably mainly in sanity and hardly out of it at all.
Yes, indeed. Everything I said was poppycock and boulder dash. Poppycock and boulder dash. Except about suing you.
Now that may change things slightly, greatly, really. 2 sues in one day isn't great now, really, is it?
Surely there's something we can do, sir.
Look, there's always a plan right here on The Night Garden with Samuel Gordon. Just give me one moment, folks. I have something in my eyes and body and head and... Jesus, this is disastrous. I could be done. I could be destroyed here.
We all know how great Gerhard's gloves are, but what about something else? This is exactly what Gerhard was thinking when that think thought his way to Gerhard's body gloves. Why should your hands have all the glove? Gerhard's body gloves come straight to you from the Austrian Alps, and now a Swiss one too. 1 Alp each, I'm told. For an Austrian fit at Swiss measurements, Gerhard can't be beaten. These body gloves are as adaptable as a summer goat in a winter stream. But what can they be used for? Give me a second and I'll tell you. For swimming, a wetsuit, a dry suit, and still a bit damp and needs to be aired suit. For warmth, protects against cold, and all other reduced temperature situations. For protection, protects against everything. For flexibility, aids with movement. For the dexterity of your fingers, but with your body, also known as doll body. For inflexibility, aids with rigidity. For when you require no movement at all, like a cool alpine stream that has stopped for some reason. It has so many uses they'll call you the Swiss Army Buddy. Gerhard's Body Gloves, the hand your body always wanted to be.
that was great. Great ad for the entire body. When do we get the revenue for those? Can we bring that forward as quickly as possible, and then a bit quicker than that even? And now it's over to me with the news. Thanks, Samuel. And the main headlines tonight: sailor drowns after getting his head trapped in a bowl of soup. Man lost at sea, found at dawn, and local woman has the first ever recorded encounter with a bad Samaritan. Next up, we have.
Sorry. Isn't it terrible, sir? I mean, like, I just mean that, like, you always tell me the news I've sourced is awful.
Would you believe it? I'm not even in the mood to pick on you, Blennermore.
We'll follow your tactics, just push everything back to absolute basics, and we'll survive, sir. We will survive.
That's our only option, really. Okay, buck up, Blennermore. Just buck yourself up a bit. Yeah. Enough of your moping. We can absolutely survive the Suez. Dan Spaniel is a popular segment. He'll generate cash, no bother. Over to you, Dan Spaniel.
I'm standing in the outback.
I'm sorry, you're where?
Australian outback.
The Costa You mean Australian World at the zoo?
No, Australia.
Ah, have you now? It's the little Australia straight in the town where we live.
No, I mean actual Australia, the country.
What on earth are you doing there?
You said we were raking in the cash because of Gerhard's gloves, and I could go anywhere of my choosing.
That was before crisis hit. We're being doubly sued, for heaven's sake.
I don't know anything about that. This is pre-recorded.
What do you mean it's pre-recorded? How are we having the conversation then?
I don't know how in the name of God we're doing it. Time difference, probably.
Look, just get on with it and get back here the second you're finished.
I'm here, standing in the Australian outback, a favourite outback of mine. Australia is home of some of the uniquest animals in the whole of Australia. There's the kangaroo, the marsupial, and the duck-faced fella. Did you get that, Chester?
Platypus.
Platypus, exactly. Chester is my cameraman. He carries my camera around for me, and as we want to get photographic proof of an animal that is yet to be discovered, since it was first discovered hundreds of years ago through rumour.
What kind of an animal?
Birds that left Britain in the Middle Ages, such as the crab raven, the jester's toenail, and the squire's protrusion, all just waiting to be discovered a second time.
That's what we're looking for?
Exactly. We're looking for a different animal. A mammal that was believed to live in round towers in Ireland in medieval times. These towers housed clerks and monkeys.
Do you mean monks and clerics? The towers protected them from Viking raids.
Yes, and in these towers was a canine called the monk fox. They weren't known for their resilience, the monk foxes. The minute the raid started, he combed his circular hair, turned on his heels, and scampered to Australia. Now we're on the hunt for the deserter, and these look like footprints of his knee prints.
Used his knees for leverage to dig something out of that burrow.
No, looks to me like he knelt down to say a few prayers, possibly grace before meals. Here's a tuft of fur.
Probably an animal he caught.
Wrong again. We're dealing with the monk fox. He doesn't want to be mistaken for a regular fox. He shaved this off the top of his head like a traditional monk.
But if we were to take something...
These footprints look like he walked around in circles. Like in a round tower, some of these circles go over 360 degrees. This one looks to be about 390, possibly even 400. This means that the bugger lives in this bush. Maybe a whole monastery of them.
Well, the thing to do now is, I'll get in there with my camera, and if I see them, I'll take some photos.
You will not. I'm getting in the first pictures.
But you don't have the camera.
I'm hoping they'll give me some holiday snaps that they've taken if I ask them nicely enough.
Look, I can at least check to see if they're rabid, and if not, you're welcome to go in, do what you want, photo-wise.
Fair enough. Where on earth is he gone? He's had a couple of seconds at this stage.
Wow! There's at least a dozen of them in there. Oh, with the monk's hair you described. Oh, it was so incredibly peaceful. The Gregorian chanting was absolutely heavenly. I know you want to be the first to take the photos, so here's the camera. You can do the honors.
Ah, fantastic.
Oh my god, oh my god. Are you okay? Oh my god.
Oh, was he just attacked by a pack of monk foxes?
Ah, attacked by a pack takes me back. Reminds me of our old colleague, Causland Daly, who was attacked by a pack of Sullivans.
What are Sullivan, sir?
People called Sullivan.
Well, what were they? Some band of brothers unhappy with something he reported?
No, that's the strange thing. They weren't related at all. They all just happened to be called Sullivan, and they attacked Causland. Attacked him viciously. He fled to Tibet, and that was the last we heard of him until we heard from him.
Fascinating. Tell me more. Sorry, could you tell me more?
I won't tell you more, as we have to move on to other segments that generate money. All I'll tell you is less. Now, Vance Conrad is doing a special on a former sporting legend, I believe. Isn't that right, Vance?
Yes, that's correct, Samuel. Mick Mallory is his name. These days he's reclusive and elusive, but we've chartered an aeroplane to Monaco as it was here to be first.
Sorry, did you say Monaco?
Well, Buenos Aires now, because we got tipped off that he'd flown here without us realizing, so we've had to follow him back.
You flew from here to Monaco and from there to Buenos Aires? You do know the show is in crisis here.
We've just checked in and are setting up the interview as we speak. You want us to scrap it now?
This gets worse and worse. No, don't scrap it. It better be bloody worth it, is all I'm saying. We're on our last legs here, and you're jet-setting around the world after a phantom.
We're jet-setting around the world after a phantom.
Yes, who is this we business? It should just be you.
Yes, me and Ray Husky, and the correspondents from the other shows. Just Buddy Grucklebuck, Zero Reed, and Larry Hoax. Oh, they're all huge fans.
Conrad? Are you trying to ruin us? Jesus, Lord Almighty! Just keep it to an absolute minimum. No needless spending, and you're coming back on a boat. 2-star hotels only.
Oh, of course. 2-star for me and Ray, and 3 for the other 3.
3 and 2. Okay, I'll begrudgingly accept it.
That's it. 3 and 2 makes 5.
Why are you adding up?
5 stars altogether. 1 for each of us.
Yes, but you're not all staying in a 5-star is my point.
No, not 5 stars each. 1 star each.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you all staying in a 5-star hotel?
Oh, God, no way. Not each. Collectively, we're all in a 5-star, yes? In that, we're staying in a 5-star for the night. Yes.
What's the no about then?
No, in that it's not 5 each. Not a 25-star is what I'm saying. So we're saving loads in that respect. Loads. Zero, don't open that 4th bottle of Bollinger.
Oh, God. Oh, just get on with it. Ah.
Today is a unique opportunity to meet a true hero, nay legend, Mick Mallory. Mick has been a hero and legend of mine from a very young age. Now we've traveled the length and breadth of the world to have the pleasure of interviewing the one, the only, Mick Mallory. Mick, can you tell me when you first realized you were... He's gone. He's disappeared. What happened? Back to you in the studio, Samuel. Samuel? Samuel has just had to step away for a moment. He'll be back with us shortly, though. I guarantee it.
We're ruined.
Sir. Just maybe getting back to Causland Daly. Causland had fled to Tibet after a harrowing encounter with a crocodile.
No, we'll have no more Causland. We're saving him as a last resort only, when we can't sink any lower possible. Let's get something else, anything else on.
Oh, well, I do have a surprise for you, sir. I always keep a couple of guests in reserve, ones that I think you might like. Yes, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with it, sir. Mr. Fred Candles.
Things can't get any worse anyway. Bring him on. See, let's see, where is this? Joining me in Literary Corner tonight, folks, is Fred Candles, author of a new book entitled The Day the Evening Came. Fred, a pleasure for you to be here.
Oh, yeah, it's a total pleasure. Suppose it beats sitting in a hedge with sullen, angry badgers waiting to get called onto your show. It's always good to beat the badger folk. Yeah.
Beat the badger folk?
So,
Fred Candles, can you shed some light on your new book for us? The Day the Evening Came. How was it that different from other days? You're right, Blenheim. I am starting to perk up a little.
Well, you see, like, this is exactly what my story book is about. It's a whirlwind tour through my day where I talk hour by hour and I tell you what happened until the evening came.
And then what happened?
When?
When evening came, hardly when the swans of Zanzibar gathered before you to usher in the age of Aquarius.
What are you talking about? Swans of Zanzibar. Anyway, well, that was just it, you see. The evening came. My book describes in lucid vividity the onset of the evening, the dawning of the eve, the happening, if you will, of that particular happen.
So basically, this is just a book about what you saw one evening as you looked out the window of your house.
Who mentioned the bloody house? You're putting words into my book.
I wouldn't put any words in that book.
Oh, so you have read it. Oh, all right. What did you think, like? Did you like the bit on page 74, paragraph number 2, line 5, about the... Oh, well, I suppose you know what I was talking about, because I was thinking of you when I wrote it.
Oh, God. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I loved it. And page 77, paragraph 2, line 3 was just as good, if not better.
Yeah, but I've only 76 pages in the book.
Well, folks, that was Fred Codless there, and that was...
You know, sorry to interrupt you, but, like, I'm your biggest fan. I really am, I didn't want to let on anything, but I think you're the best thing on the radio, I was so delighted that time I got invited on. So delighted.
The time you got invited on is right now.
Oh, so delighted.
You're also a bit overdressed for radio, aren't you?
Look, I know I'm overdressed a small bit, but look, I'm sorry. I'm just getting emotional, Listen, my mother bought me this tuxedo out of my pocket money. She bought me the top hat and the handkerchief, everything. Listen, will you autograph my book for me? And will you autograph my suit too? And then if you could write like my name on your suit, that would really make my day.
A little decorum, please, Frank.
I don't have
I'm
any
trying to run a show
decoration.
here, and your little outburst there ate up at least 15 seconds of my valuable speaking time.
Oh, listen, look,
You're also affecting the air in the room. There's very little oxygen. You're very heavy on air.
Look, I'm so sorry. Look, please, listen. I know, okay, right, look, I'm sorry. The oxygen. Look, I don't want to talk about the weight of the air. I don't want to talk about the oxygen. Oh, please, Sam, my book, please. Listen, look, I've even got your special bloody novelty pen. Samuel's signature pen. It's super for writing your name on books and on, clothes, photos, cloth, string, undergarments, placemats,
Is this what we're used to?
Oh, do
Please remove him.
Sam, my book,
Let's just get rid of him and his book from my sight.
But listen, I don't want to go out into the oxygen, please. But listen, please. Oh no, let me, my friend.
What on earth were you thinking, Blennermore? That's made me 10 times worse.
Do you want the coastline section, sir?
I think we've reached that point, to be honest with you. I'm stressed to the nines here. Causland is my only hope.
But what can he do exactly?
He studied the ancient art of meditation. It's where you close your eyes but don't fall asleep at all. Relaxation of mind and body to achieve inner peace. It's my last resort.
What's his story, sir? If I'm not being too forward.
Well, you are, but I'll tell you anyway this time. Causland Daly used to be a correspondent on the Night Garden with Samuel Gordon. He was the toast of the town. Women wanted him, men wanted to be him, or was it the other way around? Anyway, he was second only to me in popularity.
And then he was attacked?
You're going about 7 sentences ahead of yourself. He didn't like the injustices in the town and decided to do an expose on the seedy and corrupt underbelly of society. He particularly wished to expose Dolly Logerton's Ace of Fives Emporium, a renowned hotbed of shady dealings. It was owned by Dalton Sullivan and other Sullivans.
And that's the pack of Sullivans who attacked him?
You're still a couple of sentences beyond where you should be. They put the frighteners on Causland by sending him summer flowers in winter. Then with half the bunch missing, then they cranked it up to just sending the stems. Then the vase with just water, then no water at all. When Causland still didn't get the message, they smashed the vase over his head. They then got a whole pack of Sullivans to beat him up and warned him if he ever showed his face again, they'd cut his eyes out through his ears. This message he got.
So he went to Tibet?
Your sentences are on track finally. Yes, the ordeal had a profound effect on him, so he fled to Tibet. Found inner peace in a monastery high up in the mountains, and is now highly skilled in teaching this inner peace and tranquility to others. That's what we...
Here in the Tibetan plateau, I have discovered a hidden temple, protected by deep lakes and dangerous forests, high in the Kalish Mountains. I have reason to believe that this is where we will find the elusive Causland Ding. He came here of his own will, but we believe that it turned into a capture about a year ago. Built in the 15th century, this monastery is amongst the most secret and mysterious. Built during the Ming Dynasty.
Get on with it. It's not a documentary you're making.
You can't tell me what to do live. This is a recording. This rescue mission happened last week. Now, this monastery was built by a secret wing of Buddhists in either 1416, 1418, 1422, 1427, 1431, 1444, 1448...
No one cares what year it was built. Get on with the rescue. That's your job.
Okay, but stop talking to me from the future. It's really putting me off. This Tibetan mountain range is known as the roof of the earth. If that's the case, I'm after climbing in through the skylights. Ah, the large golden gates flanked by two huge Buddhist statues. Looks like the gate is unlocked and the statues haven't noticed me. I'm in. No real stumbling blocks so far. I've avoided a few monks. A few others are just bent over on rugs. Either they're expressing their worship, or I've hit them sometime in the future, and I'm seeing that past hit with my present eyes. Like you, Samuel, maybe they don't realize that I'm here live, and they think I've already beaten them up or something.
You need to stop talking about time. We're running out of time.
Maybe if he just grabs Causland and gets out of there, would that be too much to ask? There was a load of the monk lads coming towards me, so I've ducked into... what's it called? The Gantoto Palace. Wow. I'm in some sort of vault. There seems to be ornate golden ornaments everywhere, and a vast library that stretches out as far as the eye can see. Yes, this ancient Tibetan text, which is written in English for some reason, says that the mountain contains supernatural powers capable of changing reality and time itself.
God, if we were somehow able to channel that power, isn't it feasible that we could go back in time to before the bomb went off and avoid this whole sorry mess?
No. Someone's coming. Yes, there's about 150 monks after me. I'm going to crawl in through this passageway that looks secret. A secret passageway? What's a secret passageway? There's a small crack in the passageway that's secret. I can see outside. They seem to be constantly walking clockwise around the temple. Clockwise? Clock? Time? Maybe they control the time through their movement. What if I crawl through the passageway anti-clockwise, and see if that has an impact? I'm coming across loads of trapdoors. The sound of bells. Is it warning bells? Clocks going askew, or everyone and everything are gone haywire. I'm hearing commotion, and lots of humming. There's a few dozen monks in the passageway ahead of me. I'm going to jump down this next trapdoor.
Just don't get caught. You need Causland at all costs.
Stop telling me stuff from the future! There's someone in here. Humming, sitting cross-legged. It's Causland.
Grab him and get out of there. Run outside the compound. There'll be a rope bridge waiting for you 50 yards east. Make the most of it and enjoy the journey. I've hired 2 horses, Pete and Dud. They'll be waiting at the other side of the ridge for you. They'll tell you the quickest route out of the forest. At the end of the forest, you'll meet a duck farmer selling feed to hens illegally. He'll give you the coordinates to where your escape driver is waiting. A warlock will whack-a-night, crack-a-tack-a-night. He'll drive you half a mile down the road, but no further, as he's very low on petrol. At a clearing, Pete and Dud will be re-waiting for you. This time, use them as escape horses and ride them 10 minutes east, where a small escape biplane will be revving up. Escape pilot Tobias Foss-Tassiter will be ready to escape with you into the night sky. Rescue mission complete. It's almost too easy.
I'm having real trouble escaping here. Causland isn't budging. His eyes are closed, but he's not asleep. I think he's pretending for some reason. Your plan is completely mental, by the way.
It's the best I could manage at short notice.
Short notice? You're a week in the future.
Well, that's your job, Lazarus. Let me explain something to you.
No time. They're breaking down the door in a clockwise fashion. I've got to go left. Now. There's a small window in the corner. I might just squeeze through it.
What about Causland? Please tell me you have Causland.
He's still in some sort of trance. I don't know what they've done to him. Maybe they gave him gone-off soup. I've popped him in a satchel on my back. I'm climbing out the window. Absolute pandemonium outside here. There's monks running everywhere. There's a building on fire. There's mayhem.
Why are they so angry with you? They're supposed to be peace-loving.
I've no idea. It says here on the ancient scroll I've robbed. There's a mystical place which allows you to reverse time and space. This makes no sense. There's about 750 of them closing in on me now. They're closing the gates too.
Wait a sec. You stole one of their sacred scrolls. No wonder they're after you.
At the bottom of the scroll here, it says Shambhala Bambura Tantala.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Something serious is happening. They're all running backwards. Anti-clockwise now. The gates are opening slowly.
Quick, go while everything's running back in time.
Ah! It's going forward again. They're catching up to me. The gate's reclosing. I'm hopping at a rug and sliding. Ah!
Did you make it? Buck?
We're out.
And that's how Causland Daly met his escape 7 days ago. We've been reacclimatizing him for the last week, and I'm delighted to present to you the first ever radio meditation, or radiation as I like to call it. So for anyone who's feeling low or down or upset or being sued twice, here's a Causland amongst the Causlands.
I wandered lonely as a Causland. That's what I'd be saying, folks, if I was off hiking by myself, which I am, so I am saying it. I wandered lonely as a Causland that floats on high o'er vale and poseland, when all at once I saw a roseland, a host of golden daffodils. Now keep this in mind as you slowly begin to groseland. Breathe in through your nose and out through your boselands. Today I've wandered into a tree by mistake, so I'm just getting a little bit of that Causland medical treatment before wandering back out of the hospital, and will be Causlanding about the place before you can say, where the hell did that western tree rise out of? Welcome back to a wandering Causland. The hills and valleys of this great hill and valley get trod upon 4,000,004 times on average annually. This includes rabbits, goats, sheep, foxes, but not squirrels. Why don't you include the squirrel, you may ask, and in return I may peacefully ask you to shut up. Can't you just feel the tranquility of the greatest outdoors? The hills are alive with the sound of a Causland, and that Causland is me, Causland Daly. Breathe in and breathe out, pigeons. A Causland amongst the pigeons is what I would be saying if there were any pigeons here. Now we move on to phase 2. I am here in nature as you might be too, not actually within it, but partaking of it. As you listen with me, take a seat in the nest. Now listen to the gentle brook, the harvesting swallow, the fermenting beaver, and procrastinating bush, rustled by the winds, not sure which direction to go in. I want you to breathe in. Peace, serenity, joy, and love. Breathe. Just breathe. Someone get rid of that forlorn bee. He's disturbing my Mentres camening. That bee is ruining all the nature sounds. And breathe in. And relax. And don't swallow honey bees. Listen to the sound of nature. Become at one with the even flow of this great nurturing land. And if someone could kill all some of those bees peacefully, that would be great. Step right in. Once more, and exhale. Ah! And again. Ow! And ah! And one more. Ow! Ow! Oh, Jesus! Oh! 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 Oh!
That's who we've pinned our hopes on, is it? The rescue mission, all the plotting and planning, and he stresses me out even more. How is a bee attack relaxing? What was he thinking? That's it. End the show. Good night. Possibly forever.
You might not be done just yet. My name is Valison Danlot. You probably know me as a politician.
No.
I was listening in the car and I rushed over to try and catch you before the end of the show. I came as fast as I could. Sorry I'm not out of breath. I had to take the elevator as the stairs was out of order. They looked to be full of knee prints.
Sorry, did you say you could help?
I digress. I am willing to cover the cost of your legal expenses for a part share in your show.
Why would you do that?
Honestly, I'm a fan of your show. I listen every week. Plus, I have a seething hatred for Larry McCabe and I want to see him fail at every turn.
Anyone who's an enemy of Larry McCabe is a friend of mine. Agreed.
Fantastic. We'll draw up the contracts and they'll be ready in 2 weeks' time. Now that I'm pumping money into the show, we should cut back anywhere we can and direct it in more exciting areas. Don't forget to turn the lights off.
They're all still broken.
Hello? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I'm afraid of the dark. That's why I stopped writing my book in the evening time. Oh, wait. Oh no. I'm after peeing in my pants. Oh no. Will you sand my pee for me? Oh, please sand my pee for me. Surely bloody somebody knows how to sand pee.